What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Um, Getting into this episode of GH. This was amazing. This episode was really amazing. This was a great way to end a Friday show. You know what I mean? Like, this was a great way to end the week. Cliffhanger Friday. I miss when, daytime shows would end on a cliffhanger, like a great cliffhanger. I know you're not always going to get it every Friday, but it's great when you do. You know what I mean? And this one was fantastic. Um, Again, as much as I'm not here for Jason and Carly getting married, the wedding was beautiful. It really was. Like, the wedding was spectacular. Um, Gladys is tacky. Let me just tell you this, because when you know how during the wedding they say, if anybody have any objections, it was super funny because Monica was like, she half expected Tracy to come busting through the doors to stop Carly from becoming a part of their family again. That was hilarious, and I agree because I definitely could see Tracy doing that. Um, but again, Gladys was tacky as hell. She was just uncouth. Like, she's sitting there blowing her nose all loud when the guy, when the preacher be asking, if anybody have any objections, she gonna sit there and blow her nose hella loud. I would have had security escort her out. I'm sorry, but the disrespect from her is so real. That disrespect is just so It's like, it just goes to show she has no class, and she's just totally uncouth, unfiltered. Like, have some class. You're at somebody's wedding, even if you don't like them. And that's what I don't understand. She don't like Carly, so why are you there? You know what I mean? Like, for what? You just want to be seen or something? You know what I mean? Like, she's such a social climber, and then got the nerve to sit there and tell Brando, "Oh, you should be more trusting of people and stuff." Girl, girl. When will she learn? Vincent Novak don't give two rats patootie about you. He don't care about you, ma'am. He even called her an idiot. It was funny because when Vincent was in the car talking to Buscema, he was mad because the little pocket square in his suit. She took that pocket square to blow her nose with it, and he was mad that she took his pocket square. He said, "That little idiot." I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Miss Gladys need to learn how to read the room and read people. Nobody likes you. You know what I'm saying? You're a means to an end to that man. He don't want you. He ain't trying to sleep with you. He don't ill. Like, not to say she an ugly woman, because she not. Gladys got it going on, for an older chick. She look good, but it's her attitude that make her ugly. It's like, don't nobody want you. Like, you are just there. You know what I mean? Like, she need to learn. You would have thought a bullet would have taught her a lesson, but apparently not. So anyway, I done talked about Gladys enough. Moving on from her. So Jason and Carly are officially husband and wife. Um, we're gonna see how that plays out when Sonny comes back and see the legalities of that. But for the time being, they are officially Mr. and Mrs. Morgan. I was like, okay. Um, I'm not mad at Epiphany. Like, at the end of the ceremony when everybody was hugging Jason and Carly and all that, giving them their congratulations. Epiphany was not letting go, and I'm not mad at her because she was like, "Nope, this Jason wedding day, I get to hug him today." I'm not mad at it because we all know Jason is not no big time hugger. But to see him smile more is always fun because Jason is a man of very few words and very few emotion. So to see him have emotions and stuff, looking sad sometimes and laughing and stuff like that, it's good to see it. And Epiphany was getting her hugs in because right after she hugged him, she went back and hugged him again. I said, Epiphany, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Get your hugs in. Get them in. I would have been doing it 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and I would have kept count too. Um, get your hugs. I was so mad when that damn hospital called Epiphany talking about she gotta come back to work or whatever. They need her at work. I would have been tight. And I'm not. You know what? The cake must be good because remember yesterday, Brando told Sasha over the phone he was gonna bring her a piece of cake, and when Epiphany had to leave, she told Bobby to save her some cake. I said, "Well, damn, the cake must be good. I want some. I want some." Carly, I know I don't like you all that much sometimes, but please, can you send me a care package from the wedding? From the reception, a little cake. I want to try it. I want to see what it is. Probably good too. Probably some good marble cake too, and that's one of my favorites. Epiphany and Bobby was looking scrumptious. Like, they had the girls out. They had them laid out. Epiphany and Bobby said, "Listen, I ain't here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time tonight. I ain't mad at you." Um, So anyway, moving on from that, I freaking love Diane and Spinelli scheming. I love their banter. It is super hilarious. I felt bad for Spinelli when he was talking about Ellie and stuff like that because you could tell like he really loved her, but she just didn't. She didn't approve of his choice and friends. You know what I'm saying? Who he chose to associate with, i.e., the Corinthos organization. You know what I'm saying? Like she just wasn't a fan of that, so she couldn't put her life at risk. And I can't blame her. I can't blame her. Honestly, I really wish they would have brought Ellie back for a little arc so we could see them interact like face to face and kind of break up. You know what I mean? I really did like him with her. I really did. But, hopefully something good can come out of that breakup for Spinelli because he deserved happiness. But it was funny though watching him tell Diane about Austin and about how he was, trying to get some stock in ELQ and stuff like that. And Diane ears perked up real quick. She said, "Hold up." She said, "Because I did the probate for Edward's will." Because remember, she's the one who drafted Edward's will and read it. So, she knows every nook and cranny of that will. And she was asking Spinelli who was representing him. So he was like, "Scott Bowman." She was like, y'all not gonna play Scott. So anyway, it was funny because Spinelli was like, I did a deep dive. Like Diane figured it out that he did a deep dive into Austin's background because we know Spinelli obviously was gonna do a background on the guy, which he did. So of course, Diane took him, took Austin to the side to talk to him and stuff and get to know him and whatnot. Maxie looked like she was cheesing a little bit too hard when she was talking to Austin. I said, "Hold up, wait a minute." I said, "Are they about to try to do what I think they about to do?" Because she was cheesing very hard when she was talking to him. Like, are they trying to do a chemistry test? Are they trying to do an Austin Maxie? Possible. It's possible. I said, okay, all right. I might be able to get behind that. Maybe. I got to see them a little bit more, but I might be able to. I might. Um. So anyway, everybody outside congratulating Carly and Jason and stuff like that. Miss Wu comes up and gives Jason a hug, and while she hugging him, she's whispering in his ear. I could have sworn I heard something about bomb when she was whispering him. It sounded like she could have said bomb or something like that. It sounded like it because I was trying to listen for it. Um, but when Carly and Jason were heading over to the reception when they were in the car before they left, she wanted to know what Miss Wu said to him, and he was like, "Oh, she ain't say nothing that I didn't already know." I said, "Ooh." Because remember, Spinelli did hack their phones. So he would know. And he tipped Jason off and they had a plan. And then Buchema and Vincent were in the limo talking and stuff like that about how, they were trying to get rid of Jason and Carly and stuff. And when Carly told the driver to go ahead so they can get to the reception, an explosion happened. If I'm guessing correctly, Jason had that car switched. He had that car switched. Vincent and Buchema got into the car with the bomb on it, if I'm guessing correctly. Which I'm sure I am because ain't no way in the world they killing off no Jason and Carly. That's just obvious. But that's smart. That was sneaky. And I think Ms. Wu was trying to tip Jason off anyway because she knew. Ms. Wu knew teaming up with Buchema and Vincent would have been a dumbass move. And I think she knew that. She knew that. She knew she was playing on the wrong team. And she knew she needed to be Team Jason. She needed to be. She knew. Because come on, everybody in that town know Jason's reputation. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's smart, he's lethal, but he's good with business. You know what I'm saying? Aligning herself with Buchema and Vincent, I don't think that would have been smart on her part. You know what I mean? That wouldn't have been the wise thing to do. Because anybody with some sense is gonna go where the money is. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna make them the most money? And obviously the Corinthos organization have been thriving for years, so why mess up a good thing? It's that old saying, if it ain't broke, why fix it? That's how I would have been. The hell with that, you know what I mean? Like, if it ain't broke, I ain't about to fix a damn thing. Let me just collect my coin and y'all do what y'all do. Like, that wedding was insane. I can't wait to see the fallout from that. So anyway, moving on from that, Nina. Nina continues to be a fool. Like, she is so batshit crazy, it doesn't make any sense. Like, she's sitting there trying to tell Jax, Oh, I'm not delusional. I'm not. Yes, you are, baby girl. Yes, you are. You've been delusional for quite some time. You the same chick who took a newborn baby out of the womb of a pregnant woman. You just snatched that child out. But yes, you're crazy. We've known that for quite some time. You're nuts. Um, Continue to be delusional. Oh, we have to get Mike out of there, sweetie. His name is Sonny. His name is Sonny. Stop the delusions. Every time she calls him Mike, you're being delusional. Like she's falling in love with something that's not even real. Like everything you've seen of him in that state of mind is not really, kind of like who he is. Not technically. You know what I'm saying? You fell in love with what you wanted to fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is she's still, harping on this, and it's like, chick, sit down. And before anybody come in my comments talking about, well, his name is Michael, we know that. We know what Sonny's biological name is. Michael Sonny Corinthos. We know that. I don't need a lesson on that. We know this. Obviously he doesn't go by that name. So that's why I say don't call him that. Because obviously it's not his name. It's his name, but it's not. It's not what he goes by. So yeah. Nina is just, every time Phyllis looks at Nina, you could tell that she is just totally in disgust of her. Like, if looks could kill, like Phyllis really, even when they went to the clinic after Sonny came out the building, and they started giving him oxygen, they took him to the clinic. He came out when he was at the clinic and stuff. It's, when Phyllis came out of his room and updated him that, he inhaled a lot of smoke. Every time she looked at Nina, you can see the disgust on her face. Like her face would scrunch up every time she look at her. It's like she just can't even believe who this woman is that's standing in front of her. Like she don't even know her. You know what I mean? Cause Jax was pissed off, like because Maxie wasn't answering the phone. I mean, I can understand why Maxie didn't technically answer the phone during the ceremony. I mean, because it would have been tacky. It would have been. Because I wish I would see somebody sitting here answering, taking a phone call while I'm up here getting married. I will kick you out. I'm just saying, it's uncouth. But she should have returned his call after the ceremony was over, though, because she was wondering what Jax was calling. But I'm like, if you're wondering, why not do, 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 do? Yeah, Jax, what you wanted? You know what I'm saying? Like, call him back. So anyway, I mean, but Jax was stupid though, because I would have just sent the text. I'm just saying, we do have text messaging, and I'm pretty sure she would have looked at it. I mean, I understand if you don't want to say something like that over the phone, but I would have sent it through a text. You know what I'm saying? Like, how bad were you really trying to tell her? Like, let's be honest. So anyway, Sonny wanted to see Nina. Because Jax was, like I said, he was fed up. He told Nina, he was like, listen, this needs to stop. He was like, because at the end of the day, regardless of how Jax feels about Sonny, the man does have children, who care about him. He got kids, he got grandkids, it's not right. You know what I mean? So when Sonny wanted to see her, she's still coming in there with her delusions, still being delusional, calling him Mike, and you know what I'm saying? Sonny was just so over it at that point. Sonny took that oxygen mask off and was like, my name ain't Mike, it's Sonny. And he said, you've known that for a long time. I say, get her, Sonny. And then she's still babbling on, talking about something, oh, but you said that you love me, I love you. He stopped her right there. He said, look, don't say that to me again. He said, don't say that to me again. Nina's crazy. My thing is, I honestly, when Sonny does get back to Port Charles and he finds out everything that's been going on while he's been gone, I don't think his situation with Nina is totally over. Because I do feel like even though he's back to being Sonny, a lot of Mike's characteristics are not going to go away. I think they're going to be integrated in him at the same time. He's going to have both personalities all wrapped up into one. And I do feel like his feelings for Nina are not really going to go away because those were real emotions that he had, even though it was based on a lie. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like their interactions are definitely far from over. My thing about Nina is, if Sonny somehow, some way decides to like give her a chance, who is she really going to want to be with? Is she really going to want to be with Sonny, or is she going to expect Sonny to be like Mike? Fully like Mike and not like Sonny. You know what I mean? Like, that's a question she's really going to have to ask herself in the future if it gets to that point. That's a real thing to ask, like, because you can't expect that man to go back to being who you fell in love with in Nixon Falls. That's not totally who he is. Yes, Sonny can be a nice person, generous person. We know this, but he also is Sonny. He has that ruthless side. He's a mob kingpin. That's the and that's the side that Nina doesn't really care for. You know what I'm saying? Because every time she called him Mike, she wanted Sonny, that part of him, to be gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't have it both ways. So she gonna have to make a choice if it, like I said, if it comes to that. But I like I said, I totally enjoyed this episode. This was really good stuff. Hit the comment section, let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you all Monday. Hope you all have a great weekend. See you all later. Peace.